keeping just a regular pace. But honestly, like, I know you said like running's not your thing and like your stamina sucks, but you gotta like if you want to improve your cardio, you gotta run.
Yeah,
And I've been running like
that's one thing too. It's like I really hate it. I really don't like working out my legs. I don't know.
it sucks, but you gotta work on your weakness, you know, just to get better at it.
Do you run on a treadmill or do you run like outside?
I run outside. I prefer doing that because my local gym, like YMCA, right?
Yeah.
I go there. I don't like. I always do it before, but it's not really like something that I want to do, like just running indoors.
I feel like running outside is better because like let's say you're trying to run like 4 kilometers on a treadmill, right? If you run 4 kilometers outside, let's say you run 2 kilometers, right? You're too far, right?
Yeah.
So you have to get back home too. So that's why you're like, oh, I gotta keep
You have to
running.
manage where you're going to.
Yeah, because if you're on a treadmill, you're like, oh, 2 kilometers, I'm done, right? Like, and you can just wrap up there. But if you're running, you're far away from, you're like, oh, you gotta get back home. So you might as well just keep going.
Yeah. COVID really like tested me though, because you know like the first few weeks of like COVID, we can't even like go out anywhere, right? That's my only time that I can get out, like just run.
I know.
So that forced me, like quarantine, that forced me to like just do runs because like nothing's really open, like gyms like closed and everything.
And also like you've been working out at home too, right? Like you posted a couple of stuff in your story.
Yeah, I've been working out at home too.
I think the gyms are opening tomorrow though, no? Friday?
I don't know.
I don't know how they're gonna do that.
Because I know the gyms are open at Laurier in Waterloo. They're open now. Like Good Life Fitness is all open. But I don't know how they're opening though.
That's gonna be crazy. Everyone's gonna be in masks.
I know.
And everyone's touching the same.
I don't think I
like,
can
dumbbell
breathe
and
with a
stuff
mask
now.
on. Like
Yeah, I don't think I can work out with that. Cause I'm really having a hard time like walking with it like on the street.
I know. Imagine
going
working
in
out.
the store.
Imagine boxing with a mask on, dude.
No, I can't. I tried it too. I can't.
I think I'm gonna pass out probably.
Yeah, for now, I'm probably just gonna do home workouts the whole year
Really.
until it's like settled in.
But like you said, like you watch Conor McGregor. So would you say like you watch the UFC like regularly? You say?
Yeah, basically like.
Did you watch?
I try.
Did you watch the Masvidal fight, like him versus Usman?
Masvidal, yeah.
What did you think about that fight?
I think. Props to him for like accepting it. He should have won that though,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Cause wait, who was it again?
Masvidal versus Usman.
Usman, yeah.
Yeah.
Usman was just hitting his foot the whole time.
Yeah, just stopping his
It
foot.
wasn't really, like, a
Ultimate
good fight.
footsie championship.
Right?
He just
Like,
kept hitting his foot. Yeah.
There's nothing but stepping his foot.
yeah, but for me, I think Masvidal won that. Should have won that.
He should have. Yeah, like this guy makes like boring fights really fun, but
Yeah.
he was like what was that 10 minutes of clinching.
10 minutes
Yeah,
of just hugging him.
basically.
Yeah.
They lasted like around till 5th round, right?
Yeah, 5th round, all 5
Yeah.
rounds. But like,
yeah, but that's crazy still.
like Masvidal's one of my favorite fighters
He
because
got
like
robbed. Also, which one's the?
Holloway.
Yeah, Holloway got robbed
Holloway
too.
He
got robbed.
definitely got robbed.
Oh my god, that
Definitely.
little
You
midget
guys
dude.
saw that? That was so annoying.
I was pissed off. What about the other fight? Did you watch? It's Peter Yan versus like Aldo.
Oh, that one I missed it.
Oh, you missed that one?
Oh, that was probably the best fight to be honest.
That one, Aldo got beat up.
Bleeding. It was so much blood on the ground, and the ref didn't stop it for like a solid like 2 minutes. He just let it
That guy
happen.
needs to retire too.
He needs to retire.
He needs to
Aldo?
retire. He's
Yeah.
done most of it already. Like right now, like that's his downfall. Right now.
Yeah, he's just
aging.
going downhill from here.
Thing is,
He's
after
aging.
Conor slept him in 13 seconds, his career just going down and down and down.
Yeah.
He never recovered from that.
I mean, it is what
Yeah,
it is.
he was a legend too, and then McGregor showed up and like that thing happened.
I feel like if you get your ass whooped, you should just retire. Like if it's that bad, 13 seconds. Like how are you gonna recover from that?
Thing is, it's only 13. Like it was just like it's like give or take. Like Aldo could have won that fight, you know?
Okay, but like okay, let's say
If the thing lasted, if he dodges that,
yeah.
that could have been like a 50-50.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, did Aldo win the fight after McGregor? Like whoever he fought, like
He
what's his
won maybe
record
like 1 or 2 fights after, and he started losing all of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like at that point you gotta retire. You're like, okay, I won 2 fights out of like 10. I should probably retire. Like at this point, like nobody even watches him anymore.
That's the same as Cowboy too, right? Like this
Oh,
guy's
yeah, Cowboy, yeah,
this
yeah.
guy have been in the game for so long.
Wait, I think he's retired now, right?
No.
No?
He literally just
Like,
fought a
that's
couple
right.
months
Well,
ago.
he got the bag. Like just like leave now.
Yeah, like
Your time's up.
he accepts everything pretty much,
That guy's a G.
right?
Did you watch Masvidal like do the flying knee on Van Askren and sleep
Yeah.
him in 5 seconds?
That was
Fast as
that,
knockout.
that caught me off guard, because I was watching it outside, and you know how like fight usually goes. It usually goes like it's either it goes by really quick or real like.
Yeah.
I didn't see it like the whole like live. I
That's
didn't see
funny.
it.
That's funny too, because that happened. I was in Korea when I was watching that,
Oh.
and then so the fight was on, and the ref was just he's like fight, And I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a regular fight. I want to go get a drink. I come back, he's got one fucking leg up. He's put to sleep. Ben Askren's out, and everybody's cheering. And like, I'm like, yo, what the hell happened?
All I heard when I saw it was everybody was cheering up, right? And I was talking to, cause I was with someone back when I was watching it. I was talking to her, and like, the whole thing happened. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I just saw like the slow mo basically, and I'm like, oh shit, that's hard.
He ate that knee, dude. He got put to sleep.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
That's one thing too, with like training for like fights and all that stuff. You can't really train that much for defense. I'd say.
It takes time definitely
Takes
to
time.
prep for a fight, because I know Masvidal only had what, like 6 days to get
6
ready.
days.
Yeah, so I think after he had his post interview, it was he's like, oh, give me 6 months and I'll put Usman to sleep.
Oh shit.
I like that
So-
guy because like he's like a Miami gangster. I like that. I like that
Yeah.
persona.
He gives off a good
Doesn't
vibe.
give a fuck, eh?
He's such a G. I fucking like that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's definitely getting on my one of my favorites now.
Who's your top 5 like UFC fighters?
Top 5. Definitely Connor for me. And Diaz, I've been loving his
Nate
fights
Diaz?
too, 'cause I love just like, you know how like everyone like just slow hands
Yeah.
for a minute. He does that every time.
Yeah.
And I also love Max because he does like he's always like that too, like, for every fight. And I don't really know much about like other fighters, but I adore those 3.
Those 3. That's good, man.
They're really good, bro.
Holloway's hella talented. Good guy.
Yeah, he
How
is.
old is
I think he's like 28.
Isn't he
Oh, he's
Hawaiian too?
He's Hawaiian, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Hawaii?
crazy. You know Habib, right?
Yeah.
This guy trains at a gym called AKA, American Kickboxing Academy in like San Jose, I think.
Yeah.
California. And my dad's friend. And do you know somebody called DC, Daniel Cormier?
Yeah. Yeah. The heavyweight, is it?
Yeah, heavyweight. Yeah,
guy?
that's him. Yeah. So my dad's friend, he owns AKA.
Oh, really?
So like,
Sick.
so I was hoping to like go this summer to AKA and like hopefully meet Habib or some shit, but it didn't work out because of COVID.
Oh my god.
That would have been sick if I met up like Habib and
The
stuff.
thing, yeah, like so many things have been like canceled and all that stuff because of COVID, man.
Yeah, it sucks.
But the thing of it, like, it's a blessing and a curse. When have you guys thought about this podcast too? Probably like around
During quarantine.
Yeah,
It was
during quarantine.
we decided after quarantine started. I think it was he showed me medium rare and I'm like, yo, like this looks pretty simple. Why not we do it? It'll be
Yeah.
a cool like quarantine project. So because he has podcast experience because he used to run one in school
Yeah.
where he had like Toronto rappers on and stuff.
Oh, that's sick.
So I'm like, oh, you have experience, like, you know, you can kind of guide us. So he's like, let's do it. And at sometimes we got really demotivated because we're like, oh, quarantine sucks. Like, who's even gonna come on, right? Like, some people are gonna be like, oh, you know, COVID, we don't want to meet up, right? But then we're just like, you know, we'll just get started. We'll see how it goes. And you know, we got Dominic on now. We have you on.
That's one thing, like, when you're starting to pursue, like, anything creative-wise, it's like self-doubt's gonna creep into you. Like, that's one thing I've realized is you just gotta keep, like, being consistent. Because I remember at one point I had, like, I was really, like, demotivated, basically. Like, I didn't want to do anything. Like, I think it was, like, 2018. I didn't really, like, shoot much because I wasn't, like, feeling my work or anything like that. And I was like feeling like people aren't like exporting it as much as I would thought of. But yeah, that's one thing too. Like, just keep being consistent, bro.
You gotta push through it, right?
Yeah, just push through it. And that whenever that like self-doubt creeps in, you just gotta fucking ignore it, bro.
Yeah. Do you see yourself like pursuing photography as a full-time career?
Definitely. Right now, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm still doing it. Like, I'm still doing it part-time, but hopefully I could do it, like, that's basically my end goal for me. Hopefully I can do it, like, full-time, just do freelancing.
So like,
Not
what's
working for
your
everyone.
goal? Like, how do you get to that full-time stage? Like, is there like a company you're trying to get into? A
Um,
specific position you're trying
as
to
of
reach?
right now, I'm trying to get as much as like a lot of connections basically in the city,
Mm-hmm.
so that I could start off like doing it as like before committing it as full-time, right?
Yeah.
But right now, what I want to do is work for a company or someone that I can do, like, I can invest my time, so I can invest in more in my stuff and all that.
Yeah.
before doing it on freelance.
Is there potential like maybe companies you want to work for? Because maybe for me like, because I'm into videography and stuff.
Yeah.
And hopefully one day like I want to become like a film director, like making movies in Hollywood and
Yeah.
stuff. And you know, one of my like, one of the connecting bridges for me to get to the Hollywood position is like maybe working at like Netflix, right?
Mhm.
So is there like specific companies in particular that you want to work for that could potentially like, you know, be that connecting bridge to your end goal?
Yeah. For me, I'm more of like a lifestyle kind of guy, so I like working with like company brands like Nike, everything that involves like my personal taste, basically. Like I'm into like fashion, all that stuff. So I don't know if you guys know, but I've worked with Puma hoops. Like
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say that. I
2018 too.
remember you had that picture. I think Cade was in it.
Yeah.
And he was holding the
That's
Puma
crazy.
shoes. Yeah.
yeah, I want to work with more brands like them too. Like anything that involves like athletics and all that stuff, shoe wise, like all the product stuff that I've I've been into. I want to be be able to work with them. You know.
That's sick. So what was the whole story behind the Puma hoops? Like was it like did you did they pay you to you know, like shoot their shoes?
For that one, it was more like it was more like a free stuff. They didn't pay me anything, but they sent me the shoes, and they sent me like film cameras too to shoot the thing, like the disposable, because that's their campaign, right? So yeah, that's how I got it. Basically, it was from a raffle. Oh, not a I think it is a raffle or like a contest where you just post a story, but I ended up getting picked by them. So that's how
insane.
it started. And they did like the Chinatown collab too. So yeah, that's basically how it happened.
That's crazy. It's
So-
such a big thing. Like, you know,
It
like
is,
how
yeah.
happy were you when you got like chosen?
It's really a big deal because like Puma's a big brand, right?
Huge brand.
And I'm just a random kid in Oakville, like pursuing photography. So obviously that hyped me up. Like anything like if you're pursuing like creative, like visual arts and all that stuff, like obviously you're not in it for money, right? So that was a big deal for me. Like it wasn't even for the money and everything. It was just like, oh, I got recognized by a big brand.
And like,
You
you
know?
know, for you, like, you know, like money's just not a big deal. Like it's, you know, you got recognized by one of the biggest like shoe companies.
Yeah, basically.
And you know, they chose a random kid. You know,
Yeah,
they looked at your work, they liked it. You know, that's a big step for you, man.
yeah.
That's
But
awesome.
hopefully I get more client work with all those kind of stuff though, like big brands and all that. That's definitely one in my like bucket list for sure.
That's awesome. So awesome.
So I have like an off-topic question. So you know how like recently there was like the story about like the whole entanglement thing, right?
Oh,
So I know like a lot of people talked about this. I was just like, maybe we should touch the topic and see like what's the guy's point of view on it. You know, we've got three great minds here. You know, maybe
Yeah.
we can you know.
what do you guys think about it first? I want to see your opinion
Oh.
because I know mine.
You know what's funny? Like, the video of Will Smith like crying, it turned into a meme the next day.
Yeah,
You know, like people like I feel like men's mental health
Mental
isn't
health.
taken like very seriously. Like,
I know that too because like I didn't realize it at first because I was being like, you know how like I'm really into like those kind of like talks like mental health and stuff because I know like us boys we don't talk about that shit, and that's one thing I realized with the whole like Real and Jada situations happening. Like they just like this guy is hurt. I feel bad for him, bro. And everyone's making fun of this guy. Like I don't know.
I think he even tweeted like the pain, right? Pain with like a period.
Oh, someone made a parody account. I think so.
Okay. I was thinking I'm like,
oh,
like,
so
I don't
that's
know.
fake?
It was fake.
I was
Oh.
low-key thinking I'm like, yo, that's probably fake because he was like he like forgave her on like I don't know, it was like a podcast or on like some interview thing, and I was like, it doesn't make sense if he's posting
But
pain. right?
Jada really did him dirty, though. What do you
Yo,
think?
like take this in. This guy's worth what 250 million. You know, this guy's like
Yeah.
nobody really hates this guy, but like this girl goes, she cheats on him, and if you look, you think about it, like all three of us, you know, at the moment we're all normal guys, right?
Yeah.
And if we ever go, what do we bring to the table, right? Like, what says she's not gonna do that to us?
Will Smith has the money. He's funny.
He has everything. I look up to him. I love
He's an
all his
awesome
films.
guy. And then if Jada does that to like, you know, somebody as good as Will Smith. What are the odds it doesn't happen to us too? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's a scary.
So do you think Will should have taken her back, or do you think he should have dropped her?
if you're Will Smith, what would you have
if you're
done in
Will
that
Smith.
situation?
Okay, no, like let's say you're Will
If
Smith.
I was in his spot, like I would leave her.
Oh
You
man,
drop her.
I would drop
this
her,
guy's
bro.
cold.
Like I don't even care. Like I would drop her, but I'd obviously would still see her for the benefits of like like the children and all
The
that
children,
stuff, like Jaden and like Willow.
Yeah.
It's good for them to have like a full
Yeah,
like family in
yeah.
the background, right?
So he clearly took her back. So what do you think Jada would have done if Will did that? Let's say. And how do you think that, like the public?
The double standards, bro.
Because the thing is, right, like Will took her back, right, and like low-key, no one's really talking about, but like all like you don't see any guy shaming girls, right?
Yeah.
But what if you think Will cheated on Jada? Because I know one thing that definitely would happen was every girl on their Instagram story would have been like, "Oh, Will's shit. He's this. He's that." You know.
One thing too, you notice how like girls didn't say shit, like they didn't like
They've
talk
been
bad to
quiet, they've been
Jada.
They've been real
Super
quiet.
No, if anything they were like encouraging like her. I'm like,
They
yo,
were encouraging. Yeah, they're like, you know, for
Exactly.
like stepping up to the table and like talking about that. You know.
Yeah. But that's really ballsy of like Jada though. Like to think of it.
Low-key, the one sentence that hit me and Joseph the hardest was when she's like, I haven't felt that good in a long time."
Yo, imagine hearing that.
Bro, imagine your girl, right? She's sitting right in front of you, and
Not
she's
even
like
your
telling
girl,
you,
your wife.
your wife, right? like it's like the next level, and she's just sitting in front of you, and she's just like, "Yo, like Joseph, I haven't felt that good in a long time." Honestly, like, I'd kill myself if I heard that. And like the second thing is like, if she hasn't felt that good in a long time, why did she come back to Will? Why didn't she
Yeah,
just
what's
stay
the
with?
point of you staying here if you haven't?
Yeah, like go back
haven't
if you were
felt that
happy
in
there,
a
go
minute,
there. So that's one thing I didn't understand. So I feel like when girls do stuff like that, when they like cheat or like they do something that breaks a guy's trust,
Yeah,
I feel like they low-key don't think they did anything wrong.
that's one thing.
They
too.
come back and they're like, "Oh, forgive me," and like they bawl their eyes out and stuff like that. And, like,
That's the thing with like relationship. Most people love to be the victim.
yeah.
When technically it's their wrongdoing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing with like one thing I've realized with the Jada and Will Smith situation, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what do you call that? I know for a fact that Will and who's that girl from Suicide Squad?
Margot Robbie.
Margot
Yeah.
Robbie. Yeah.
Yeah, have been the dirty stick.
Really?
There's a video of her like sitting beside Will and she's like rubbing his like.
What?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Will have done it first, but like obviously who's that girl again?
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, she's not gonna say stuff because isn't she married right now?
I don't think so.
I don't know, but she's hot.
Yeah.
That girl is so hot. It's
She could
insane.
literally marry anyone she wanted. Yeah.
Bro, she can get it, yo. Did you watch Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
That girl's so hot, yo. Oh my god.
Yeah, one thing too, like they've probably done it before, like all this August Alzheimer thing happened.
You think Will's got with Margot Robbie?
Damn.
Yeah.
Like while he was with
Because
Jada?
I remember they were talking about like how they were in an open relationship the whole time.
Wait, is this while Will was married to Jada? Or is
Yeah,
this before?
they were in an open relationship. Like they're married, but like they're open pretty much.
So open means like
Wait.
you're also looking at other people?
Yeah. Like,
Honestly, I don't understand.
What's the point of an
concept.
open
What's
relationship?
the point
I
of
don't
that?
understand it too. Like I'm still having a hard time like having a grasp of it. Like I don't see myself doing it because
Oh, what the heck?
that's like I don't know for me that takes a lot of like effort.
That's all trust issues too.
So
That's
much.
how it
trust
Imagine
issues.
you're with your girl and she's texting another guy while she's sitting beside you. Like
Yeah.
at that point, she's not really your girl, you know.
She's not your girl, man.
It's like hot potato. She's just getting passed around.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, like
it's
That's a really bad way to
yeah,
say
I
it,
don't
but
really get it. It's really confusing.
yeah.
she's getting passed around like a hot potato.
like
That
one
is
guy's at-
ruthless. That is ruthless. For
I
you
mean,
to
it's
say.
facts. I don't understand.
She's
the
for the
concept.
streets.
She's
She
for the
belongs to
streets,
streets,
yeah.
right?
Cool. Yeah.
But yeah. So if you were Will Smith, just let her out the window. You're like, just fuck you.
I would. Would you do something similar to that or no?
No, I'll still keep her. Do you know why?
You gotta
Why?
be
Because of a family. Because of
Yeah,
the kids.
that too.
That's the only reason.
Family plays a role, but I feel like Jaden and Willow, like they're like in their 20s now, so I feel like they can kind of take care of themselves, right? And like they would know, right? Like oh, you
Yeah,
know,
they're
like
pretty like mature about it now.
yeah, and they would know like oh, you know, mom crossed line, because if the kids are 10, you know, you can't really tell the oh, mom's bad, dad's good, or dad's
Yeah.
bad, mom's good, right? So I feel like I would have dropped her, like, because even
Yeah.
if we don't take her back, how can you love her the same way?
But I feel like that's gonna be a toxic environment too.
Exactly, like
Even,
being with that
like,
person.
Because you know how like even if you try so hard like not to show it to your kids, it's eventually gonna show up like they might be, I don't know, like fighting all that stuff
You're right.
every time. You know?
Yeah, and like imagine like, you know, like you take your girl back, she's like, oh, I'm gonna go out, I'll be back late. You'd be like, no, you're not.
No,
You're
you're
gonna
getting
be
raw
back
dogged by
before.
August, you know?
Exactly, right?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, like you were talking about like the toxic environment and stuff.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
What do you
Totally
guys
agree.
think about August though? Like,
Man,
why-
who's that guy? I've
I've
never
never
heard
heard of this guy in my
I
entire
feel like
life.
he only exposed that just so he could like get back on the scene, because I haven't heard of that guy in a long time.
So
I
who
know
who,
he's singing.
who brought up the conversation? Was it Jada that brought it, or was it August that brought it up?
It was August. He had like an interview somewhere. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, but he mentioned like the whole thing. He basically snitched on himself.
To get clout?
Huh?
To get
Yeah,
clout?
bro, clout
Probably,
chasers,
because
man.
you know how like he released a song lately.
Ah.
Recently, he recently released a song and named it Entanglement.
What?
Wow.
That's
big balls. That's big dick
Damn.
energy right there.
That's when you can tell like he's doing it for clout. He should have kept his mouth shut, right?
Cause Loki, he's ruining an entire family's life.
Yeah.
Like
If I was
he,
Will Smith, I'm throwing hands, bro. I'm
like, I'm throwing
scrapping.
hands exactly.
I'm scrapping.
If anything, you could have done that like closed doors, right?
Closed doors, or maybe do it like 10 years later when it's irrelevant.
Yeah, right? I don't know. I think he's doing it for like publicity stunt. As of really quick.
And the
of
crazy
right
thing
now.
is like, if you, I don't know if you watched like the whole interview section with Jada and Will Smith,
Yeah.
but Jada said the reason why like the whole entanglement situation happened is because like August was going through like a hard hard phase, like mentally, and then Jada was like there to like support and like be there for him,
Yeah.
and then that turned into fucking a whole entanglement.
I don't feel like a girl should ever wait. So was it August going through a bad time, or was Jada?
August was going through a bad time, and Jada was trying to be a nice person, and
I feel like girls should I feel like girls shouldn't go to a guy when they're in a bad phase. Like, why are you going to a guy? Like, imagine you're in a relationship and a guy's like, oh, my, XYZ friend, like this female is
Yeah.
going through a bad time. I'm gonna go out and help her. Like, why do you feel entitled to go? Unless like
That's
it's a
true.
family member, right? Like that's okay.
For
But why are
me,
you going to some random person's house?
in my opinion, like, if you guys have been friends for a long time, like I wouldn't mind like you guys doing it, but
I feel like you shouldn't
obviously
have to be
if you
staying the
have,
night.
like you haven't like been really close with this guy and you're doing all that. Obviously, there's something there, right?
But I mean, you're married at this point, so if you're gonna go out and help a guy, I feel like both of you should go then.
True, that's true.
Cause
too.
you're married. Why are you going to some grown ass guy's house when you're married? And I'm assuming you probably stayed the night at his house too,
definitely.
right?
It goes both
Definitely.
ways too. When cheating, like it goes both ways. Like it's not like the guy's fault. It's like it's both of your fault. Like you put yourself in this like that situation, right? Like you could have like handled it well.
I
but
think it's for
you
both
chose-
guys and girls, right? Like they both
Yeah.
put themselves in difficult situations on purpose.
Yeah, basically.
I feel like girls do that more often though. I know I'm kind of calling them out, but I feel like girls do that more often, where they put themselves in situations and then they come crying back, oh, like forgive me, this and that. But I feel like when guys do it, they do it intentionally,
Yeah,
and they what do you call it? They like intend on ending things.
yeah.
Girls don't intend on it. Like they put themselves in the situation, it happens, they come back and they ask for forgiveness and they're like, oh, take me back.
That's
I feel like guys don't do that. They do it in a way to like seal the deal. They're like, okay, I'm doing this, and this is gonna be my excuse to breaking up.
true.
But girls don't. I don't think girls do that. Like I know girls who are in like 3-year relationships. They'll get with another guy, and they'll come back and like either like they won't say anything, and if it comes out,
Yeah.
they'll ask for forgiveness and they'll be like, oh, I'll do anything, take me
Oh
back,
my
this
God.
and that.
I just don't get the point of like like cheating in general.
Yeah, why would you want to do that?
'Cause if you're really not happy with the person you're with, you just like straight up tell her like
End it.
just end it, and then that's when you like do the freaky shit for others, bro. Like
Yeah.
You shouldn't
not
do it
that-
when you're. Yeah.
it's as simple as like you think, but like it's better than making it worse, right? What do you think is better, breaking up with someone that you don't like already, or like cheating with others instead?
No, definitely break up. Cause the
Right?
person that's getting cheated on, imagine what they go through, male
yeah,
or
that's
female.
gonna like fuck them up mentally too.
Exactly. That's how you create trust issues, and that's how you create like fuckboys and stuff.
That's why
Or, like,
most people
hoes.
are like that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Have you ever had any like personal experiences like that or no?
Like cheating?
Cheating or just like in general, like
No, I'm pretty sure I haven't. Yeah, I haven't had any like stuff like that though. Have you guys?
No,
Okay,
thank
good for
God.
you.
Thank God.
I don't wish that on my enemy or anyone.
On your worst enemy, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, bro. Like if you're trying to do that, you might as well be single, bro. Like
Exactly.
you don't put yourself in a serious relationship if you can't keep your hands out of
100%.
anyone.
And like,
That's my thing. That's my advice.
and like for me too, like, you know, if you're cheating on, like, obviously when you're cheating on somebody, you're doing it like intentionally, like you know you're doing it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just so like, like how could you do that? Like, you know, if you're in the right state of mind,
Yeah.
how could you really do that? I just think that's so like morally wrong.
I
And
feel like
like,
that's extremely low of someone to do that.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Whether you're married or you're in a relationship.
I've never even had a thought of like cheating on
Mm,
nobody,
yeah.
bro.
I feel like you have to be like
I can't
sociopathic
picture-
to
I
do
can't
that.
picture myself.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I really can't. Like, I would rather break up with someone
Exactly.
than do that, cause
Because even if you don't like that person, like, I don't know, you have zero feelings. How can you, like, still go out with someone else knowing that this person still likes you?
right?
Like, I don't know how people do that. I find it really weird.
It's really weird.
I feel like to some degree you have to be a sociopath. Like, you don't feel bad. Right? Like,
Yeah,
you just keep doing it until you get caught, and then you're like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, but I want to...
Eventually, that's gonna hurt you. You're gonna have like a guilt trip
Exactly, yeah.
after doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause imagine like doing it and like not feel a thing. I'm like, yo,
Something's
it-
definitely wrong with you at that point.
that means like you're not really into the girl that you're in a relationship with,
Mhm.
or you just don't give a fuck. You're just a psychopath.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cause I know like even me like thinking about like if I would cheat, like I'm already having like second thoughts. Like why would I do that, right? Like I'm already having guilt trips. I can't
Mhm.
picture myself, bro.
Mm-hmm. So are you in a relationship right now or no?
No, I'm single,
No.
bro.
So you're not even in a relationship and you're like, I still can't do that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you gotta put yourself in that like spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's something wrong with you if you think that's fine.
No, I don't think it's fine. Definitely don't think it's fine.
Like I'd understand like accidents and all that stuff. Like when
But I feel like even accidents, to some degree, there's some kind of conscious decision that you
still
made.
have, like, a
Unless,
thought.
like, you know, it happened forcefully, you know, that's another topic. But, like,
Okay, yeah, that's when like that's sexual assault.
that's sexual assault. But I feel like to some degree, it's always, like, let's say a guy or a girl cheats. I feel like maybe they left with a good intention. But if they got to that stage, they definitely intended on it happening.
True.
You can't be like, oh, I was drunk or I was that. Like, you knew it happened.
Yeah.
So, you know, it doesn't matter you were high, you were drunk, you know.
That too.
So, but yeah.
But yeah, man.
But yeah, I think is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, actually I'm good.
No.
I just want to shout out my guys though, like.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll do that section right now. So I guess this is the end
This
For
is the end of
episode
episode
6.
6.
Yes, sir.
of the Missing Experience podcast. So we're gonna give this time to my boy Ariel to shout out your
Yeah.
socials, maybe
The stage
shout
is
out your
yours.
boys.
All right, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
Actually,
man, it was great having
thank
you.
you for putting me on here. I just want to shout out Clap Shop to Fab Shop. That's my guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
So for everybody listening, where can they find like your Instagram?
I go by Hypvisual on Instagram, and HYPVISUAL.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, where did you come up with that name?
Funny story. I found like it was from like when you Google search like usernames and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like scrolling through Instagram, and I found like I was looking at Hypebeast at one point, and obviously I got it from them,
Yeah.
and I just thought like visual would be a good name.
It's a good matchup.
Yeah, and then I didn't change it anymore. Like that's
That's
a
actually a
sick
really
name.
good name.
That's like it's like your trademark. You are her visuals.
yeah.
That's you now. That's sick.
Yeah,
That's,
basically.
But yeah, follow my Instagram at 905gonzo and follow me on TikTok too.
Oh, you guys are on TikTok?
Yeah,
yeah,
you're on
we
TikTok?
actually make some pretty
That's
funny
sick.
ones.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok.
Okay, go follow us TikTok too. What's your TikTok, my man?
It's high visual too. I'm like
Hypvisual?
I go by high visual everywhere except
Okay.
for when it's taken.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. And follow my socials too. It's unsriaz.7. Same thing on TikTok, And then follow the Missing Experience podcast Instagram as well. It's
Yeah,
just
make
the
sure to
Missing
follow
Experience.
these guys, bro.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Big things coming soon.
Mhm.
Hopefully we can have you on again. That was super fun, man.
I'd love to, bro. I'd love
That
to
was
be here
super
one
fun.
point.
It was definitely a pleasure having you on, and definitely look forward to having you on again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next episode of the Missing Experience.
Experience podcast.
They're fucking going.